Only on 7 News, promises of big rebates and lower heating bills for upgraded insulation. Who wouldn't want that? Those promises being made on door hangers like this one, and they are showing up all over the metro area.
But Call 7 investigator Teresa Marchetta uncovering an offer isn't all that it seems.
It's pretty bold how far Mile High Insulation will go to make it appear as though they're a part of an Xcel Energy rebate program, even listing the criteria right here on the advertisement. It says clearly all work must be completed by a registered contractor. The problem is the company sending this out isn't one of them.
When the first cold snap hit around Thanksgiving, and it seemed like the furnace never stopped running.
David Jackson says he and his wife had already discussed adding insulation to their new home when this appeared on their door.
I mean, right at the top, the rebates are expiring soon, and then on the back side, there's a big announcement, all work must be completed by a registered contractor.
What are you assuming when you look at this door hanger?
That they're a registered contractor, and that if I get the rebate, I was assuming probably before the end of the calendar year, since this came either end of November or very beginning of December.
That rebate, $300. The ad boasting home insulation upgrades that can drastically reduce your monthly energy bill and come at little cost with this instant rebate program. So he scheduled an estimate.
He talked about that if you just did the insulation, you could get the rebate part of the insulation freestanding on its own.
So he actually used the rebate component
as part of the sales.
As part of the sale.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson says he had heard about the Xcel rebates and saw online Mile High had a good rating with the Better Business Bureau. He had the insulation blown in to the tune of $3,000.
After the work was completed, I had my receipt in hand. I then went online to figure out exactly what I had to do to claim the rebate. And within a couple weeks got a letter back that said, no, it's not approved. They're not a registered contractor.
That's because Xcel says Mile High refused to meet tougher standards required for its list of approved insulation contractors.
Unfortunately, some businesses have gone out there and misrepresented their relationship with Xcel Energy.
Gabriel Romero says Xcel has been aware of Mile High's questionable advertising for quite a while and even caught Mile High contractors using the Xcel logo on their business cards.
Unfortunately, people have taken advantage of it. So if you do have a project insulation or anything done by one of these companies that's not on our list, then you will not receive the $300 credit.
Xcel's attorneys have been trying for months to get Mile High owner Florian McCann and office manager Crystal Novinger to stop implying their work qualifies for a rebate or is in any way connected to Xcel Energy. They even sent this cease and desist letter to Mile High 1 year ago.
We've had to take that route several times.
But Romero says McCann and Mile High snubbed their nose at the law.
They continued to do it, did not want to work with us anymore, but continued to use our name, continued to use advertising with our logos on it.
We tried for weeks to talk with Florian McCann or anyone at Mile High Services about their advertising. They list this building on Evans and Zuni in West Denver as their address, but we found the doors locked during business hours and no one would let us in, and our repeated calls requesting an interview were never returned. Despite having 52 complaints on the Better Business Bureau website, 22 of them related to advertising, Mile High still has an A+ rating.
It comes back to the initial request that I made of Mile High, which is to refund me the rebate money that I was expecting from Xcel, and also to learn how they're going to be changing their advertising so that other people don't fall into the same trap that I found myself in.
Even though you may feel for these consumers, you can't extend this rebate to them if they were duped.
If you're not on the list, we can't give you the money.
Mile High Insulation, one of several businesses registered under Mile High Services. Businesses 7 News has gotten complaints about for more than 10 years. Owner Florian McCann never returned our calls, but his office manager did. She told me today they have no comment. Xcel says their attorneys are considering filing a lawsuit, but customers like you can file complaints with the Attorney General's office. I'm Call 7 investigator Teresa Marchetta.